Yeah.
It's on the horizon. Mo will be with the Pharaohs of Egypt, trying to win it yet again. Your beloved Nigeria as well. How do you see this African Cup of Nations? Will you be of course you'll be watching. Turkey, glass of red wine, African Cup of Nations.
Well, it depends on how you look at it. Now, if you read what's going on in the press and how we're building up to this major tournament, it seems to me like a shit show. It seems to me like a shit show. You cannot have your own captain, your leader.
Is this Nigeria you're talking about?
Yes.
Yeah.
Retire. 2 weeks, 3 weeks leading up to the tournament. A major, major tournament. You cannot have that happen. There is something that's going on there that it's not been made public right now. Nobody knows what's going on. I think there's something because I know Ekong really, really well. I know Troost-Ekong really well. He's not the sort of guy that quits. He's not the sort of kid that quits. I know him. He's a very passionate guy. He loves his country. I was there when the young Ekong came into the team, national team, how passionate he is. And I still believe he's very, very passionate. For him to quit, retire 3 weeks before the tournament, there's something that's not adding up. There's absolutely something that's not adding up. Even if he's not a starter anymore, even if he's not playing anymore. But as a leader that I know, the person that I know, he's not a selfish guy. He's not a guy that thinks, oh, I want to be on the pitch. I have to play to be on the squad. No, I believe he's a leader that offers his experience to the young squad, always there, talking to the young players and giving his vital opinions on how the team should play and what should happen in the team. So for him to quit, I smell something there. And again, I don't know how true this is. The managers come out and say he's not been paid 3, 4, 5 months salary or whatever it is. Building up to a shit show. This is something you don't want to let your other country, the fellow country, the other teams in the African Cup of Nations know that there's something going on. You want to go into that tournament with positivity, with good vibes.
Yeah, of course.
With the manager being happy. You don't want to be owing the manager. Again, this is what I talk about so many times. They know this board, this NFF board, they know how to screw everything up. They know. And this is exactly what they did during the qualifiers of the World Cup. It was a shit show. It was an absolute shit show. The bonuses were not paid. Everything that was just going on was just absolutely detrimental to the team.
Yeah.
The negativity that you don't need always going into tournaments. You don't need this. You don't need them. This is where you have to make sure that the manager is being paid. The manager is happy, selecting his players, getting ready, preparing the team for this major, major tournament. Because you guys have absolutely fucked up. You didn't qualify for the World Cup. They should have learned from their lessons. No, what are they doing? They're fucking it up even more.
Stumbling and bumbling their way as they go.
Only Nigeria will do that.
Well, hey,
you don't learn from your mistakes.
Yeah.
You don't learn from your mistakes. We failed to qualify for the World Cup, and now you have your captain quit, retire, and now you're owing the manager. It's just so many negativity that we don't need.
Yeah.
Detrimental leading up to this massive tournament that we have to win, knowing that we've just failed to qualify for the World Cup twice in a row, which was a fucking shit show. You thinking they will learn. They will be like, we have to pay the manager now. We have to sort everything out. No more negativity. Let's go to this tournament hoping that we can go there and do well and win. Maybe save a bit of credibility.
Yeah,
face. For not qualifying for... No, there's no shame in their face, this NFF. No shame. Absolutely no shame. Zero. The corruption has eaten them up so much.
They don't care.
That they don't give a shit. And that's why I keep saying... They have to go. If Nigerian football have to go forward, they have to go. It's insane. It's madness. It's crazy that we are killing the talent, the potentials that we have in this country just because of pure greed from people that don't want to do the right thing, that don't want to get football back to where it should be. that have absolutely zero idea of how to treat players, of how to grow the football in our country. It's a shame to see that we're wasting talent. The academies are not run properly. The youth have absolutely zero idea where to go. No, zero direction. And we're still stumbling. Even more and more. Nothing seems to be going well.
I tell you, John, it could be worse. You could be Cameroon picking two squads. And all what's going on there with Samuel Eto'o and the battle with Marcel Bryce, the boss there. I mean, there is a couple of nations that are in disarray. But to your point, Nigeria are one of those. You look at your 3 games in the group, you'd expect you, despite all of that, I looked at the squad, you've got Tanzania, you've got Tunisia, and Uganda. You should be coming through.
We should be. Should be. But in the World Cup qualifiers, we failed to beat Lesotho. Not just, I don't like disrespecting any country, because I think every country deserves the right to say they are the best. But if you fail, I played for the national team for so many years. I never played against Lesotho for some reason. But that's a team we should be beating. We should be beating because we are Nigeria. But again, you've just mentioned this group here is a group that we should come out of pretty comfortably. But are we going to do it? That's the question. There's always a question mark, isn't it? Like, I saw the squad. Not trying to be disrespectful to anyone. Some of the players, I have absolutely zero idea who they are. And that just tells you where we are. As a nation, as a country, our football, because I don't think the right players have been selected from what I hear. I think the manager doesn't have the full authority to select who he wants.
Interesting.
I think there's been a lot of influence to his selection. I remember the late Stephen Keshi, when he wanted to make his World Cup selection, called me up and said, Mikel, I want to make the squad. But these fuckers keep calling me, trying to influence my decisions. And saying, I have to pick this place. I have to pick that place. But you know me, Mikel. I will not do what's not right. I will always do what's right. And I will pick the place that I think deserves and will go and help this country achieve something in the World Cup or do well in the World Cup. So I'm just calling you to let you know that this is what I'm going through. They are trying to influence me. They're telling me if I don't pick this player or that player, I'm going to be fired. Conversation. I can never forget that day. Never. Early in the morning, I was about to go to training in London.
And is he asking for your advice?
He's asking me to be with him because he knows that I'm also very influential in that team with the hierarchies. I was. Talk about fighting for players, bonuses. Talk about going above the president of the NFF to get the bonuses, which is what I did a couple of times during the World Cup, where the money that we owed leading up to the World Cup, you get this parachute money from FIFA, that the money should be shared to the players. So what the nations do, the countries do, is that they go out there and they borrow money from whoever, sponsors or whatever, and they give that money to the players, just for the players to be happy and get ready, prepare, no issues before the World Cup, before the tournament. That's what's been done for so many years. And of course, they'll get that money back from FIFA and they will give that money back to the sponsors. So we've been asking for this money for months leading up to the tournament. They keep telling me, oh, Mikel, yeah, don't worry, the money will be sorted when you guys come to the camp. I said, okay, no problem. All right, if you make sure that money is going to be there, because the players are asking me about these bonuses, I have to make sure that these bonuses are there when we arrive. They said, no issues, it's going to be there. I said, okay, no problem. Got to the camp, spoke to secretary of the team, the president, where is the money? The players are asking for it. This is the money that qualification before the World Cup. Oh, no, Mikel, don't worry. We'll sort it out. Don't worry about that. We'll sort it out. A week goes by. Players asking me, Mikel, we need this money. We need to get it because once the World Cup is done, we don't know if we're going to get this money because we don't know if we're going to be back in the national team again set up. Fair play to the kid. Guys, exactly what you never know. So I've been asking for this money. No money coming. Nothing is happening. So luckily enough, I had the late chief of staff to Buhari, who passed away, Abakari. I had his phone number. Very close friend of mine. We're speaking very well. Next to Buhari, very close to Buhari. Called him up. I said, listen, Mr. Chief of Staff, we have an issue here in the national team where we need this money. I need this money to settle my players because they need this money. Everybody needs to be comfortable because this is what's been promised and we need this money. He said, really? Is that what's going on? He said, leading up to this massive tournament? I said, yes, this is what's been happening. You know, we need this money. He said, okay, no, Mikel, no problem. He spoke to me in native language, Hausa, which I understand really well. I said, no problem. 24 hours. 24 hours.
Later.
Private plane. Money, bang, at the hotel. Hand-to-hand delivery. Millions of dollars. Took the money, gave it to the secretary, said, hold this money. Make sure this money doesn't go to the president or whoever it is. I don't want to leave it in my room.
Of the NFF.
Of the NFF. He held the money. And then after training a day, he calculated everybody's who participated in the qualifiers, how much you deserve, how much you're going to get. Everybody was shared the money accordingly. Everybody got their money. And then a day or two after that, the president of the NFF came to the camp. And of course, called me up to his room. After training, I got a knock on my door. They said, the president of the NFF wants to see you. I said, sure, no problem.
And did you know what's coming?
I know exactly what's coming. So I took a shower, went there, got dressed, went there, walked into the room. The whole fucking cabal was sitting there. Was to sit there for me. I sat. I know them. I wasn't scared of them. Mikel, why did you do this? What you've done is not nice. It's not good. You shouldn't do this. You've made us look like idiots, like we don't know what we're doing. This is so disrespectful. You made us look like we don't know our job, blah, blah, blah. I said, are you serious? I've been asking you for this for months and months, and you know this is what is owed to this place. This is what is owed to this place. These players need this money. I asked you so many times. I gave you the benefit of doubt. I respected you. I didn't want to go above you, which I could from the start, but I gave you the benefit of doubt. You do it. It's your job. But when you failed to do it, I had to take the responsibility because my players need the fucking money.
Of course they do. It's money that's owed.
It's money that's owed. Oh, yeah, Mikel, but this is not right. You should always work with me because, you know, when you work with me, blah, blah, blah. I said, Mr. President, no disrespect, please. This is what I've asked you so many times. You promised me. And when you fail, I had to go and do it myself. These are things you have to go through. These are things you have to fight.
They're the things we don't see as football.
You don't see. Nobody talk about them. And this story, I never told anybody. But my players know what I did for them. You have to make your players comfortable, fight for them, and make sure that they're comfortable. The camp was running smoothly. Everybody's happy. Players are sending money. The local players had money to send back to their family.
And to be clear, this isn't just money that's available. This is what's owed. This is what's
owed. The money that was the money that was owed from playing the qualification to the World Cup. So FIFA gives you a little bit of that parachute money before the World Cup starts. And that's what I was asking for. And they've been giving me stories upon stories upon stories. So it just shows you the level of corruption. Or sometimes they don't even, the presidency or the people don't even listen to them because they know they're so corrupt that when they hand them over that money doesn't go to where it should go to. That's why when I made that phone call, he said to me, Mikel, don't worry, relax. 28, 48 hours, money, bang. Bang.
And then
Sorted the whole issue out. But it still, they were upset that I went above them.
how did the meeting end in the...
I sat there. They gave me all the speech. They said everything they had to say. Oh, yeah. They shouted, they screamed, the whole cabal. And I was just there listening to them. What I said is, I respected you guys. I gave you guys the benefit of doubt. I didn't go above you the first time, which I could, but I respected you. And you failed to deliver, which you've done so many times. And I know now I have the right channel. I can go through the right channel and I can get whatever I want for my players. I'm not asking for a handout. I'm asking for what's due for my players.
And
that's all.
Right. I'm conscious of time, John. People have either logged off or they're absolutely riveted to this. One man I know is going to be sending you a Christmas card this year is Mo Salah. After that, John, passionate stuff. And I tell you what, I thought you made...
Mo is an emotional guy. And sometimes, he did what he did. He's a very emotional guy. Lovely, lovely guy. The Mo Salah that I know. And I'm happy that he's sort of sorted out. He's back in the team. And what did he do? Another assist. 2-0, they won. Bang. That's what he does. And it's off to the national team now. Hopefully, he will have a good tournament with Egypt. But I hope, of course, Nigeria will win it.
Who does win it?
Oh, obviously, I love us to win it. But it's tough. It's tough because, obviously, when you fail to qualify for the World Cup, that's because you didn't beat those 8 teams.
Exactly.
So that's the reason why we're not there. So I love to see us doing it.
Morocco.
But I think Morocco have the much, much stronger team. Obviously, I don't know if Hakimi will be ready for that. It's going to be a massive, massive miss for them as well. But there's a lot of teams that can absolutely beat themselves in the chest and say, you know what, we've got a good chance of going on to win the African. It's a very interesting one. But I hope I hope we can be able to do it.
Yeah, good luck to the Super Eagles. Good luck to all the nations
Yeah.
taking part in the African Cup. All the nations. Of course, we will discuss it in the coming weeks as we go on Taking the Mikel. But it's been a bumper edition. Tell you what, our editors are going to be absolutely pulling their hair out on this episode. Enjoy it, folks. If you're watching it, if you've been listening, hope you have enjoyed it. Top stuff. We'll catch up again soon, John.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry Christmas, guys.